Jackie Ding is one of the youngest guys I know in time attack that just so dedicated about going fast. I've watched Jackie Ding mature into this amazing person and driver, and I know that when he's out there, he's going 110%.
This is Jackie Ding, and welcome to Circuit of the Americas!
It is time for day 2 of Super Lap Battle. As you can see, garages are filled and we're now getting ready. It's almost 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock is supposed to be the beginning of the first sessions. Jackie said that today for his Supra, he's going to be going out on map 4 right away. So that means they're basically going on full kill, and there he is. Freezing right now.
It's cold. It's going to be probably the best weather of the weekend, the first session. Jack goes out in about 45 minutes. Hopefully he does well.
Like just some cool cars, man.
There's a lot of cool cars. There's a lot of arrowed up Porsches.
Pretend that Jackie's not here. What's your favorite car besides his?
I mean, Will All Young in his Civic. That car is always ridiculous. It's always leading the pack. Evasive's Tesla Model 3. It's being piloted by Dai Yoshihara, I believe. I know that's not probably the leading the pack, but you know that's kind of where everything's headed. That's going to be really neat to see how that thing does. I know they've been like kind of working through some of the kinks on that thing. Other than that, I mean, which era Porsche do you want? They're all cool. There's tons of fast ones. They sound amazing.
They do. Just about to go out for the first session. How you feeling today? What's the plan?
Feeling very cold.
Yes.
It's sub-zero right now. Everybody's reporting like tire temperatures is an issue. You're not on a drag strip, you do a burnout. We don't really do that here. Anyway, like fairly confident. The car's pretty good. We got a whole lap to warm up the car and make sure it's feeling good, and then hopefully we'll just be able to put the hammer down and really go for it. So last year our PB was a 217.3. Just yesterday on not even the highest power map, we were in a 217.9 on your old tires, you know, off the car, off the trailer, no adjustments. Just put new tires on it. Gonna turn it all the way up, and I'm hoping for this weekend overall goal is 15. Maybe 214.
Okay.
It'll be pretty fun.
That's exciting. We hope you get there, man. We'll see you out on the track.
Try our best.
Good luck, man.
16.1. I think a 16.5 and a 16.1 in traffic. First one was in traffic, second one was pretty clean. I didn't drive it at my best yet. I think I gave up quite some in the second lap on the braking zone, so I think there was very much a 15 on the table, and then we have a little more setup changes to make and maybe push it into the 14s. In the last few events, you know, kind of been chilling around because the competition sometimes is slacking a little bit. You know, some guys don't show up, and some of the really fun ones haven't been arriving. But this weekend, everybody kind of came out to play, and the boys from California brought the RS Future NSX, which is really freaking quick. I think they put a new engine in it, K24, making a crap load of power.
They ran a 15.
They ran a 15.8 first out of the gate, so that's definitely up there. We are not used to getting beaten now, as we spoke about, but definitely it's super fun to have a fight in our hands, and we're gonna do everything in our power to try and get back on top. In street class, we're limited to 200 trail wear tires, which is something you're supposed to be able to drive on the track and drive home with. So these are really like street legal tires. You know, they have tread and they have everything. So the way to make them fast is the tire has to be relatively soft. It's almost like a drag slick, right? The compound is similar but slightly different. But what you do is after a couple laps, the rubber start heating up so much that it becomes soft and become overheating, and then you either burn them off really quickly or you start sliding a lot.
Gotcha.
So you already have like only 1 or 2 laps to really put it down, and you have to do a cool down in between, so on and so forth. So yeah,
All right, we'll see you out in the next session, man.
Yep.
Let's get that 215
trying.
or 14. We are here with another one of the vehicles that's part of the PhD crew here. Rich, nice to meet you, man. So this car is beautiful.
Thank you.
I love this thing. Tell us a little bit about the car and kind of how your day's been going so far.
It's a 2020 launch edition Supra. Had it a little over 2 years now. Started off stock, did the basic mods everyone does in the community, really. Spacers, you know, little trunk lid spoiler and whatnots. And then I started following Jackie a lot more, and it kind of spiraled from there. A lot of the stuff I've done with the car, I've pretty much bounced all of my ideas and questions off of him, and he's kind of giving me guidance and like support and whatnot, whether buying parts for them or input on what I should be looking at, or you know what I could do with the car to make it better.
Start with exterior.
The various chassis mount splitter.
Were you like stepping on it
Yeah.
earlier? Okay, I saw that. He was like having the whole car move.
They're very sturdy.
Oh, you're. Dude. Oh, that hurt.
It all gets bolted to the rails and the beams underneath, so
Okay.
it's very sturdy.
Gotcha.
Went with the 18-inch square Titan 7 TS5, wrapped in 295 AO52s. Again, another one of their recommendations from PhD, and it works very well with the car. You know, having a squared setup, more grip up front. Varus and their UCW wing, again, a great piece. Works really well in the car. Comes together easily. Quality is awesome.
What kind of power are you making on this car?
So it does have a Titan cabless downpipe, and then the MST intake, AMS charge pipe, AMS intake manifolds, and it's tuned by Jeff Payne or Nike Tech. E50 blend makes about 470 and 550.
Nice, very nice. That one looks really nice as well. So yes, he is running the new AMS manifold. How has that been so far since you've had it?
I did some quick testing before I left Colorado last week, and it was good there. And then even so far this morning, you know, with the climbing temps and whatnot, and the on-track use, it seemed to stay cooler longer, and it's actually holding power and not, you know, pulling a bunch of timing and shutting itself off. Yeah, that's a big problem for stock manifolds. Maybe one good hot lap, and then it's too hot and it starts kind of dying off up top.
It's really cool seeing these cars. I mean, even with how new they are, you know, the platforms came a long way. I mean, we've seen what Jackie has done, but there's so many Supras here just in total. But I mean, they're really good cars. The motors are strong. That's what's really nice about them.
I've been super happy with it. It's really reliable. Everything just works really well together as a package.
That's great. All right, well, I appreciate the talk, and good luck with the rest of the event.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so slight update on Jackie's car. They're actually putting on a new set of tires. So now we got some Yokohama's Advan AO52s. So same brakes, new tires. We'll see if that helps out.
better?
I kind of tried everything I got.
Oh, really? So it's not the tires. Is it still pushy?
Yeah, carousel is still pushy. Hopefully I didn't burn them off too bad.
No, they shouldn't.
Hey, something's leaking. You hear this?
Yeah.
Tire's leaking.
No fucking way, dude.
Yeah.
We hear it.
It's not even that. No, it's in here.
The wheel?
Right,
Alright, let's get it in there and jack it up quickly.
Get it in there. Get it.
Did we really puncture it? Oh my god, man.
Did that really happen?
Yeah.
Fresh tires?
Yep.
Oh,
Brand new too.
Yeah.
brand new tires, literally. That's a big. Ooh. Sorry, man.
Literally just put those on too.
I see debris, so I swerve. I think I clipped something, and that's gotta be it.
Yeah.
All right, well, you know, sometimes how it goes.
Sorry, man. Still did good today though. You're still in second, right?
Yeah, still in second. We're just, you know, it's like when you're in the same class.
Yeah.
First place is in like, just did a 8.8 in like drag racing terms,
Yeah.
and you're at a 9.8. We'll figure something out tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah. Good job today though.
Thank you.
So we just finished up racing Saturday over at Circuit of the Americas in Texas, and Sunday we unfortunately were not able to stay, but Jackie Ding obviously was still there. But some exciting things actually happened Sunday.
Second place, a familiar face with a 2:15.040, Jackie Ding and Alex Lee, Toyota Supra TA90 PhD Racing. Good job, guys. Good job.
Yeah, so Sunday rolls around and we got put right behind the NSX, Ars Future NSX that we're chasing. Amir's been an amazing driver, and I think over the winter they had a huge ton of development into that car. New Garrett G30 770, like a turbo, brand new freaking engine. That car made a lot of jam. He said he had the car on a dyno and it was spinning wheels at 550. So he was estimating a 600 horsepower, but no, it wasn't 600 horsepower, I can tell you that much. You know, we line up behind him and we try to go out for the hot lap, and I was really heads down and focused on it. Sector 1, I was nailing it. I was hitting all the corners perfect, exactly how I wanted to. We made some setup changes overnight that really helped the car's balance and the way the nose turned into corners. I really needed that. It just gave me a lot of confidence, and I was hunting him down. And then it got to Sector 2, I was staying in this draft trying to keep up with him, and just see that little freaking NSX just legs it, you know, inches it away in front of us. It's really annoying when I have 660 horsepower.
Yeah.
You don't expect to get gapped at 660 horsepower. We know this car does carry a decent amount of aero drag. You know, we're running very, very high downforce.
Yeah.
So with that comes a drag penalty. And then in Sector 3, it was very much an even battle. You know, he had the mid-engine kind of traction advantage, but our car, I think, just had a little bit more stability, and the drivability of it was a little bit better. And I think I closed up right at the end. He had ended up not having his best lap, but I did clock my best lap of the weekend, which is a 2:15.0. And
Crazy.
it's 2.3 seconds quicker than last year.
That's not a small amount.
Yeah, and I would like to point out too, when we did the 273, we did it on 295 tires square. This year we did it on 275. Because of the puncture on Saturday evening.
That's right, yep.
We couldn't
You
run the
guys just saw
295.
that, yeah.
So and effectively we had less grip and somehow still went 2 and a bit seconds quicker.
So you could easily probably win at the 14s if you had those tires still
If
on.
I had the same tires and like conditions was just as good and we get everything set up correctly, I think maybe we wouldn't have touched Amir's 213.8, but we might have gotten like a 14.2, 14.1. It wouldn't have been able to scare him, but at least, you know, like put up a good fight. You know, Coda has that main pit straight in turn 1 where it kind of goes up the hill.
Yeah.
You know, I broke later than him at 146.6 miles an hour. He went up that same straight and braked earlier than me at 160.
That's a big mile an hour
We
difference.
basically, on the front straight alone, we lost 13 miles an hour of, you know, straight line speed. I think the Supra, like as we kind of worked on it over the years, was always meant to be like a super high downforce car. So in the high speed corners like Sector 1, it would be absolutely amazing, diving through the corners at like 80, 90, 100 miles an hour. You're just turning the car and the car will just
goes.
grip. It just
Yeah.
grips. We're pulling, I think in the carousel, the last long turn, we're pulling 2.4, 2.5 Gs.
That's insane.
On like just for reference, on a
Yeah.
street tire, on a 200 trailwear tire, you're usually looking at 1.4, 1.5 Gs, and that's about like your cusp of what's considered really good, and
Yeah.
we're putting an extra G on top of that. 2.4 was kind of the maximum I saw all weekend. So we're pretty proud of that, honestly. This compared to the NSX is 800 pounds heavier, so there's a lot of like intricate, games going on. His car is super light, so technically the accelerates quicker, and he's on the same tire. So theoretically speaking, he should have more grip, but the chassis of the Supra is actually very, very easy to drive and very, very easy for drivers to get comfortable with, versus an SX, from like 20 years of technology earlier, even with a cage, it's still gonna feel a little bit more, lacking in some places and feel a little bit flimsy. It's more difficult to drive, shall I say, right? So I could push harder in the corners, but then he built this car in a way where it's just a little bit out of reach for us on the straights. Next event, we are going to California. We're going to be doing a West Coast trip with the Supra, meeting a lot of friends and customers out there who've just been loving their Supras, and we'll be hitting a bunch of West Coast track, both in SoCal and in NorCal, and a lot of customer, a lot of support shops around the area, friends and family who wanted to come out and just do track events with us together, and we'll go and showcase the car, showcase what we built together with AMS, the reliable product, the very, very powerful, the very, very exciting TA90 version 2 Evolution, we call it.
We are going to put links to all of his social media, his YouTube channel also, check it out. They vlog all their outs at the track, at all their events. Go follow them, everything will be in the description down below. Jackie, thank you for having us. We appreciate
Thank you, sir.
it. And we'll see you at the next event.
Next event.
Sounds good.